The Mauryan Empire, one of the most significant and expansive empires in ancient Indian history, emerged around 322 BCE under the leadership of Chandragupta Maurya. It represents a remarkable era marked by political unification, economic prosperity, and significant cultural and religious developments in the Indian subcontinent. The empire's vast reach stretched from the Himalayas in the north to the Deccan Plateau in the south, and from the Indus River in the west to the Brahmaputra in the east. This era heralded a new age of governance and administration, demonstrating innovations that would influence subsequent Indian and Southeast Asian cultures. The Mauryan Empire's significance lies in its introduction of centralized governance, which brought together diverse regions under a single administrative umbrella. This unification facilitated the development of a standardized system of governance, which included a bureaucracy, a sophisticated tax system, and a network of communications and roads that improved trade and integration. By doing so, the Mauryan Empire established the foundations for a cohesive Indian identity and laid the groundwork for future empires in the region. One prime example of the Mauryan Empire's influence is the Arthashastra, an ancient Indian treatise on statecraft, economic policy, and military strategy, attributed to Chanakya, the advisor to Chandragupta. This text is still studied today for its insights into governance and political strategy. Additionally, the reign of Ashoka, Chandragupta's grandson, exemplifies the empire's reach and influence. Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism and subsequent efforts to spread Buddhist ideals across Asia had a profound impact on the cultural and spiritual landscape of the region. However, the Mauryan Empire was not without challenges. The vast diversity of the Indian subcontinent posed significant governance challenges, including resistance from local rulers and the difficulty of managing such a large and varied empire. There are alternative viewpoints that criticize the empire for its centralization efforts, suggesting that it may have suppressed local customs and traditions. The rise of the Mauryan Empire is intricately connected to its eventual fall, as the very centralization that was its strength also made it vulnerable to inefficiencies and power struggles, which contributed to its decline. Understanding the introduction and influence of the Mauryan Empire provides valuable insights into how political and cultural shifts shape historical narratives, offering lessons on governance, cultural integration, and the complexities of administering a vast and diverse territory. These foundational elements set the stage for the subsequent development of Indian civilization, influencing both contemporary and future governance models in the region. The heading, "The Role of Chandragupta Maurya in Establishing the Empire," refers to the foundational contributions of Chandragupta Maurya in the creation and expansion of the Mauryan Empire, which marked a significant era in ancient Indian history. Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan Empire, rose to power in the late 4th century BCE, overthrowing the Nanda dynasty and establishing one of the largest empires in the Indian subcontinent. His role was crucial as he laid the political and administrative groundwork that would support the empire's expansion and stability. Chandragupta's significance lies in his strategic vision and leadership, which were pivotal as they enabled the unification of the fragmented territories of India through a central government. His establishment of a strong centralized administration and a vast army facilitated not only regional governance, but also the protection and expansion of the empire's boundaries. Two notable examples of Chandragupta's effective leadership include his alliance with Seleucus I Nikator, a successor of Alexander the Great, allowing for a peaceful territorial division and the exchange of culture and ideas. Additionally, under the guidance of his advisor Chanakya, Chandragupta implemented a complex administrative framework as described in the Arthashastra, a treatise on statecraft, which emphasized espionage, economy, and military strategy. Support for Chandragupta's model of governance can be seen in the writings of scholars like Megasthenes, who noted the efficiency and organization of the Mauryan administration. However, some challenges and controversies surrounding his rule involved debates over the methods he used to gain power, which included warfare and political manipulation, raising questions about the moral implications of his strategies. Chandragupta's role connects intricately with other aspects of the empire, such as its subsequent expansion under his grandson Ashoka and the spread of Buddhism. His administrative systems influenced later rulers, enabling the empire's prosperity and stability. However, these systems also needed adaptation to meet the challenges faced by later emperors, reflecting a dynamic interaction between leadership and governance that was pivotal in both the rise and eventual decline of the Mauryan Empire. In essence, Chandragupta Maurya was not just a conqueror, but a pioneer of empire building, whose actions laid the foundation for one of the most enduring legacies in Indian history, shaping the socio-economic and political landscape of ancient India. The foundation and expansion of the Mauryan Empire under Chandragupta Maurya mark a pivotal chapter in ancient Indian history, setting the stage for one of the most extensive empires in the Indian subcontinent. Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan Empire around 321 BCE, was instrumental in unifying a fragmented region into a centralized, formidable power. He accomplished this by overthrowing the Nanda dynasty with the strategic counsel of his advisor, Chanakya. His rise to power is significant because it laid the groundwork for a structured political system and defined territorial governance that influenced subsequent Indian empires. The significance of Chandragupta's reign lies in his successful consolidation of power and expansive vision. By establishing Pataliputra as the capital, he directed the administrative, cultural, and economic blueprint for his empire, a template adhered to by successors like Ashoka. Chandragupta's successful military campaigns against the remnants of Alexander the Great's forces in the northwest exemplify his prowess and strategic acumen. His alliance with Seleucus I, one of Alexander's generals, is an illustrative example. Through this alliance, he not only secured his western borders, but also exchanged 500 war elephants, which became vital in Seleucus's subsequent campaigns. Additionally, Chandragupta's establishment of a centralized bureaucracy and a comprehensive taxation system underpins the empire's economic prosperity and sustainability. This system ensured efficient revenue collection and facilitated significant public works, including roads and canals, which enhanced trade and communication across the empire. Furthermore, the Arthashastra, attributed to Chanakya, provides insights into the sophisticated statecraft and economic policies underpinning Mauryan governance. However, Chandragupta's reign was not without challenges and controversies. Some historians debate the ethics of his rise, given the violent overthrow of the Nanda dynasty and subsequent expansion tactics. Moreover, his eventual abdication and conversion to Jainism, leading him to relinquish his throne in favor of his son, Bindusara, introduces an alternative view of his legacy, a ruler whose success is interwoven with spiritual pursuits. The foundation and expansion under Chandragupta Maurya catalyzed the rise of the Mauryan Empire, directly influencing its cultural, administrative, and political frameworks. His actions set the stage for future rulers, including his grandson Ashoka, whose reign would further redefine the empire through the embrace of Buddhism and a focus on peace and moral governance. Chandragupta's era not only contributed to the political unification of India, but also laid a lasting legacy on governance and imperial tradition in the region. The heading on The Rise and Fall of the Mauryan Empire introduces the concept of the establishment, expansion, and eventual decline of ancient India's Mauryan Empire, which lasted from approximately 322 BCE to 185 BCE. The Mauryan Empire is historically significant as it represents one of the largest empires in ancient history, stretching across most of the Indian subcontinent. Its rise marks the unification of India under a centralized administration after the fragmentation that followed Alexander the Great's departure from the region, laying a foundational precedent for future Indian kingdoms. The significance of the Mauryan Empire lies in its administrative innovations, which included a structured bureaucracy, a unified tax system, and a network of regional governors. These changes fostered economic and social development, trade, and agricultural productivity. Notably, the reign of Emperor Ashoka, one of the most celebrated rulers, marked a transformative period both in governance and ideology. After his conquest of Kalinga, Ashoka embraced Buddhism and nonviolence, promoting these values throughout his empire. Examples of Ashoka's influence include the widespread establishment of Buddhist stupas and the issuance of edicts inscribed on pillars and rocks, encouraging ethical governance and religious tolerance, which left a lasting legacy on Indian culture and beyond. Supporting opinions emphasize Ashoka's role as a pioneer in promoting a governance model founded on ethical and moral principles, a relatively modern concept in ancient times. However, the Mauryan Empire faced challenges that contributed to its decline. These included administrative overreach, which created strains on resources, and regional dissent fueled by cultural and linguistic diversity. The empire struggled to maintain cohesion, leading to fragmentation and eventual collapse. Controversies and alternative viewpoints arise from differing historical interpretations of the Mauryan administrative system's effectiveness. While some regard it as a model of efficiency, others argue that it became too complex to manage effectively, leading to systemic inefficiencies. The fall of the Mauryan Empire also opens discussions on the transient nature of political power and the impact of ideological shifts on governance. Ultimately, the rise and fall of the Mauryan Empire significantly influenced subsequent Indian political histories, contributing to the evolution of statecraft in the region. It serves as a case study on the dynamics of empire building, the role of leadership, and the critical balance between governance structures and cultural integration. Understanding this period provides valuable insights into the ebb and flow of historical power, with lessons applicable to the governance challenges of the modern world.